We're in Saint Lucia.
On the Caribbean Sea, on the Serendipity with our friends. Sailing towards the Pitons.
You just kind of see one sticking out over the ridge over there.
Yeah. It's a beautiful day. Big sail. Is our intro really just going to be, hi, I'm Heather.
I'm Brian. Should we be saying welcome to
our YouTube channel. Today, what's on the agenda for today?
Today we're going to talk about our sailing adventure in Saint Lucia. So, the day before we got married, right?
It was the day before
we got married. We chartered a private charter, so just the six of us, a 42-foot catamaran.
That was my favorite part of the trip, by far.
Yeah, this is my favorite day too.
Well, you know.
Besides the wedding.
I don't know. I mean, that still might have been my favorite part of the trip.
So terrible.
Just kidding.
Should we hop aboard? All right. Yep.
So, yeah, we chartered.
It's a 42-foot boat.
Yeah, 42-foot catamaran.
Plenty big for the six of us, and they picked us up in Castries, and then we used motor power to get out of the harbor, and then they put up the sails, and we started going south along the coast.
The west coast.
West coast.
Again,
So
yeah.
in the Caribbean, on the west coast, heading south towards the Pitons. Get married tomorrow.
This is why I wanted to come Saint Lucia right here.
Are those fish or some kind of insect?
Go over to the edge and hang on. If they keep jumping, you get.
There it is. There's the wind.
Yep. I can feel the acceleration.
You do realize we're racing that sailboat right now.
Yeah.
Whatever the two sailboats, they're always racing.
This charter had some kind of arrangement with this resort where we could stop there. They gave us snorkel gear.
Well, the resort, it's not just a resort, it was, what was it called? Anse Chastanet Marine Park was part of that resort.
Yeah.
So that's why they bring, you know, I guess guests is what we were there to snorkel. So we got to get dropped off at that little marine park area to snorkel. We took a little, what would you call it? Would it be the dinghy?
We took the dinghy.
Took the dinghy.
Yep. And they drove us over to the dock.
Eric he didn't almost fall off, but he picked the worst spot in the dinghy.
It's getting a little wet.
Got a little wet on the way over.
Refreshing.
Oh, yeah, I think it's because you're sitting on the bow, so that's why you're getting wet.
frolicked around, and the water was just crystal clear, and the backdrop of the pitons and all the vibrant fish. It was just pretty amazing. I really liked it. And
It was hard to get video that kind of, you know, showed what it was really like, just because we had that the bubble dome on, so it was for the over-under shots, which we tried to get a few of, but provides a lot of flotation, so when you want to dive with it, you really have to fight that flotation to take it down with you. So it was a little tricky to use that setup the way it was. But
I like the footage that we got, though. I mean, making this video and looking back through it, you know, it brings me right back. And I like the under-over. We got some really cool photos with diving under the water with the pitons in the background. I mean, that was one of my favorite shots of the whole trip.
it wasn't easy to get that shot, but we took a bunch of frames to get it.
Took a couple takes.
And, you know, a lot of the fish and that squid in the video look really small just because of the GoPro's wide field of view, but some of those fish were, you know, they're decent fish.
Yeah, the squid was pretty cool. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So that was kind of the first part. The second part, you know, they include lunch and drinks on the boat. So after sailing, we got to eat.
And we picked up lunch from that resort or somewhere in that little town area.
See something.
And fed us lunch on the boat. We ate a lot of mahi-mahi down there. They called it something else.
Oh, I remember now. It started with an M. Mapache. No, Mapache. Aren't those the little?
No.
Mapache is something.
I don't know if they just called it whitefish or they
Costa
called
Rica.
it...
No, I'm thinking of Costa Rica.
I don't know what you're talking
Getting our
about.
trips mixed up.
But anyway, we ate a lot of mahi down there because that was very prevalent. They catch that off the coast there. So we had a good lunch, and then we started heading south again. And just got to take in the sights that, you know, different directions, so it feels different even though we had kind of went past it already. But it's really nice. And they pulled into a marina just south of Castries. I don't know what the marina's called, but we actually pulled pretty far in.
Marigot Bay, right? Yeah, because Marigot Bay is a really popular destination in Saint Lucia, and you can see from the footage when we're pulling in, it has that resort tourist feel.
So we pulled into a little harbor just to kind of check things out, I guess, and then turned around, came back, and finished the trip.
Yeah.
And we just kind of hang out, got some sun, drank some Piton beer.
Piton beer and rum punch, and just hung out and
we had
at that.
Perfect weather day.
Oh,
you know, there was enough wind to sail, but the sea wasn't rough, so it was comfortable being on the boat.
Yeah. On the way back, we were all pretty spent. I mean, because it was a full day charter, so yeah, just lying on the deck, and I took a little nap. Linnea read for a little while, and we just listened to music and really enjoyed ourselves.
It was very relaxing just to lay there on that trampoline and just stare up at the sky and
perfect way to spend.
Just feel the boat rock as we're being pushed along.
Yeah. The day before we got married. It was our last day being single. We spent on a private chartered 42-foot catamaran. Still my favorite part of the trip, I think.
It was, yeah. It was actually really easy for us. It felt like a big adventure, but with the captain and first mate, we just we didn't have to do much. We just enjoyed our time and swam for an hour. And
so was the wedding mutually both of our second favorite part of the trip then? You can admit it, it's fine.
No, I think I liked the wedding.
I liked the wedding too. So yeah, that was that adventure. Just a short little day trip. Those were the only two excursions that we did leaving the resort. The hike, and she just demands to be in. She's like, I'm part of this family too! What do you think, Sadie? Poor Stella. Oh, there she is. I bet you can see her on the video. All right, let's do a family sign off. All right.
Sadie's a boxing nun. Remember those things?
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Anything else? Stella's an old lady. She just can't get comfortable as quickly.
Sadie's a rubber chicken dog.
All right. Well, rubber chicken dog. You gonna sign us off? Have Sadie do our exit.
Thanks for coming along.
Goodbye. That's Stella's voice. Goodbye. All right. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along. Oh.
Yeah.
She smells. Or is that you?
No, it was gross.